Good day, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Viper of Viperland, and I'm back here. The DLC came out, so we hitting up the last bit. This will be the first bit of content of this game that I will stream that I haven't seen before. I had beaten the entire game before I played it on stream, and the whole previous DLC before I played it on stream. I have not seen this. Technically came out 2 days ago. I've been sick. Oh, also, hi Jake. How's hi? This is going to be a spooky game. This is definitely an M-rated game. I don't know to what degree this DLC will be. So, that's awesome. I'm glad you made it home safe. Also, hi Jake. How you doing? But, just giving that forewarning before I started. Game definitely has some blood and gore. I don't know, this is new DLC for it, so I don't know exactly what will be in the DLC. But, it doesn't change that it is that. Okay, gotcha. Cool. And yeah, Sora, Friday night I was fine for cards. Saturday, my throat hurt. Sunday, my throat hurt a lot. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, my throat was perfectly fine, but my nose was just... The amount of tissues gone through by just blowing nose. I hate it, and I still have a little, like... I'm still got a little nose, but I couldn't postpone this any longer. I want to play this DLC. So, doing Lake House. Expansion overwrite progress. Oh, yeah, it'll overwrite our previous autosave in the other DLC. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, thank you much. Definitely say hi back. Glad you made it home all safe and sound. No, I tested for COVID. Twice, just to make sure the first one wasn't... I tested twice. COVID negative, just got hit with a cold. I haven't gotten a cold since I did get COVID in 22. So I was overdue. So, like, I'm still doing better than most in terms of sickness over time, but I was being a bit whiny about it.
The FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the threshold.
Not only do I just hate blowing my nose every 30 seconds, I hate having stuff I want to play and stream come out, and I can't do it because I can't feasibly, you know, I can't stream when I have to blow my nose every second. I can't. It's impossible.
The Lake House was my first stop.
Yeah, so they've referenced the Lake House a few times in the main story. We know nothing good went down there, but we don't know exactly anything else. Yeah, I'd heard you get to play as her. I hate that. I'm sorry. Man. Anything neck up cold related, especially anything that screws up voice or talking, screws me up because I just want to stream and play games and be here and be cool and chat with awesome people. And that really quickly stops my ability to do that.
So much for the welcome wagon.
Doesn't matter how I feel next week. We play in that Monster Hunter demo though. This is Alan Wake 2. I actually cosplayed as the protagonist. Well, it's a dual protagonist main game. I cosplayed Alan Wake at the conventions, at the summer convention this year. Ended up playing this game at the end of last year. Too late to really focus on it in my video that I did of like my favorite games. But holy crap. I played it through, immediately played it through a second time. Streamed it a third time, started a playthrough for the people I live with a fourth time, and now I'm playing through the DLC. Game good. I like game. So, the first DLC was very, like, non-canon, tongue-in-cheek type stuff, but this is explicitly something that happened during the course of the game that we just, as the player characters, didn't see.
Was run by the research department.
I also know this ties a bit more into Control, but they showed that in the trailer. I've avoided all spoilers outside of that trailer, which is difficult, because Twitter knows I like Alan Wake. So,
Classic interdepartmental drama, your FBI saga, you know how it goes.
Let's see, 12-12, we got some flashlight, alright.
My low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
Alright, well, let's see what's in the Lake House. But yeah, this is the game that character's from. I don't think he'll show up in this DLC because it's, again, explicitly something that takes place side to the main story.
Hello?
But it is that game.
Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department. No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility?
Some stuff went down. Oh yeah, no worries.
No?
Get your work done. Before we go live later. Cool. Yeah, I don't know how long the DLC will be, but if it ends early and you're still or if it goes the full time and you're still going, I'll hop on by for sure. Good luck on it. Hope the sports go good.
To another exciting day here at the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility.
They match their energies so
We
well.
want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
They apparently also can't get a good
We run a tight ship here
teleprompter.
at the
She's
Lake
reading
House.
cards off to the
So,
side.
always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
That is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid fuck.
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
I forgot how much I missed the little
seems
like doot
healthy.
doot doot from Control. Yeah, they seem to get along just fine. All right. See if we can't find D&D Night with a mask on. Well, I mean, D&D Night is here. D&D Night is just out that door. But by then, like, by the time they came back from the convention, I felt okay. I wore a mask when they first came in because it was not just them, but it was also the two people they went to the con with that they were giving rides home. They were like, "You're probably not contagious. It's fine. Don't worry about it." But I still started with it just to be safe. But they were like, "It's fine. You're probably not contagious." And I felt, other than the nose, like I felt better Monday, Tuesday. Like I didn't feel tired. I didn't have like the cold brain fog. I felt not sick. Other than the nose being like, no. The Lake House Daily. Good news. HQ still dark. Why is that good news? Why is that good news? Pie was good. More pie for the rest of us. We have coffee. Something scrawled out. Deerfest this week. Yeah. Okay. Bad news. HQ still dark. Why is... I don't... Okay. Nut allergy bad. No Alma beer. It's good. Tried it. The artist is illegible. Someone stole the black whiteboard marker. All vacation time canceled. All right, that's some good and bad, yeah. Dangers of doodling. Please remember that any unauthorized art can skew the results of ongoing research. The following types of recreational creativity are forbidden: doodling, rhythmic drumming with pencils, fingers, or other makeshift percussion instrument, stacking office supplies into sculpture-like arrangements, dancing or humming. Jeez. Man, they really just don't let you have any fun at the FBC. How do you hide in the face? There it is. Kayak for sale. Single person slightly used yellow. There's a cat drinking coffee. Clearly delicious. Boat safety and regulations. I guess if you're going to be on a lake house, that makes sense. Power core transport and handling techniques. Federal Board of Control is aware of the size and weight of power cores. Despite this issue, power cores will continue to be used in FBC facilities due to their efficiency as a para-resistant energy source. This decision has been made for the safety and security of FBC personnel. Guidelines on handling, do hands lift and carry, back and hips and knees, don't twist your back, power core close to your body. It's just safe lifting stuff. It's just general safe lifting practices. Level-wide lockdown protocol and procedures. When apricot-grade security threat is detected on a subtle... Apricot-grade. Alright, well, cool. Tally-ho. I'm also happy I'm feeling well enough.
Armand's not here.
Like, obviously, I'm happy I'm feeling good enough to stream this tonight. Also excited to feel good
I'll
enough
have to check
to
downstairs.
go to the card game tomorrow because it's the official like Halloween
Bodes well.
event where they're doing a sealed. And normally when you do sealed, you get 6 packs of the current set. You open them and you make a deck with those 6 packs. That's your entire pool, 6 packs worth. Apparently, it's an official Wizards of the Coast event. You get, and normally in a pre-release like sealed, it comes all in one box. You like take the zip off the side of the box, and inside is the packs, a little D20 for you, and a promo card. But this time, it's going to be
Guess I'll be working
4
on the
packs of the
horror
current set and 2 mystery
head down.
packs. And the website's like, could be anything. Could be a collector's booster pack, could be a different set, could be, who knows. And apparently there's some sort of Halloween booster in there, or Halloween promo card in there. So,
Passwords, huh?
from Security and Technical Support Division to all departments, update to computer password reset policy. Effective September 13th, all computer passwords must be reset daily. I have like 3 passwords I have to remember at work. And they're all roughly monthly or bi-monthly reset periods, though they do track to make sure like you don't use any of the past like dozen you've used. And even that's too much sometimes. Daily password reset? No, thank you. What's even the point? At that rate, like why even have a password? I'd say just like scan retinas or something, but we all know there's something that you get past it at the FPC, but we are aware this may be an inconvenient change. Yeah, no kidding. It leads to difficulty remembering a password. Yes, we recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. It's not a terrible way to go about it. Try using significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers, etc. Please also remember that for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Wait, what? For security reasons, you need to change your passwords frequently, but also don't make them long passwords. The longer the password, the more secure it is. Hard stop. Hard stop. The longer the password, the more secure. Basic password, like, security. So to go, you have to do it this way, but also don't. September 14th, 2003, Thursday, Science Fact of the Day. Though most famous for acting, Hedy Lamarr also invented in her free time. She patented a frequency-hopping device for torpedo guidance systems at the age of 38. That is true. That is also the basis of all the Wi-Fi that we use. She was a very popular actress in her time, but she didn't want to be remembered for just acting and being pretty. And she was kind of brilliant. The thing that makes Wi-Fi possible for us to use in daily life was invented by her. That is factual and true. Okay, so it's going to be permanent set of digits at the beginning, numbers that change daily. I don't know if I'll have all the info we need here. 14/2020 research profile reads subject P. Through extensive testing, the subject has been confirmed to possess an intrinsic paranatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. The paintings feature scenes or events he would have no knowledge of. Excuse me. Even sometimes painting an event before it occurs. The effect has been proven multiple times and has an estimated 40 to 100% success rate. That is a huge, huge difference between 40% and 100%. Note the lack of precision in this range. Oh, okay. I was literally just calling that out. Is due to the team's inability to prove that the painting's content will not be realized at some point in the eventual future. Okay, fine. You got me. Called you out on it, and you're like, we thought about that. Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and its ability at this time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effect have been exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. Cool. The subject is suspected to be a Class 2 parautilitarian, though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others, and can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show current or future events via the art he creates, but the extent of this forecasting cannot be determined by researchers with any high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there's no evidence the subject's art is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energies. I wonder why not. Replacement keycard request form. Please fill out the fields below before delivering the form to security. A new keycard will be issued to you once your request is processed. Name, Jules Marmot. Position, co-head of research. Required clearance, the highest one. I forget what it's called. Reason for replacement. My old card went missing. Indicate here if your card was stolen. How would I know if it's stolen or if it's lost? Why do you not put microchips inside to follow them if you're so concerned with this? I'm the head of research and I expect a new card on my desk by the end of the workday. Nothing really showed us important numbers there. Now, this might have important numbers. Burroughs University, on the recommendation of the faculty and by the virtue of the authority vested in them, the trustee of Burroughs University conferred upon Jules Francois Marmot the degree of Doctor of Applied Sciences, and is entitled to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. William Devereux, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Paul Jensen, Dean of Burroughs University. Federal Bureau of Control, Special Service Certificate. The Exceptional Contribution Certificate is awarded to Jules Francis Marmot in grateful recognition of his outstanding contributions to the Bureau of Scientific Endeavors. Caspar Darling, Head of Research. Ex-Head of Research. Notice of appointment from Dr. Caspar Darling, Head of Research, to Dr. Jules Marmot. Subject, appointment as faculty head. The senior leadership of the Federal Bureau of Control has determined to appoint Dr. Jules Marmot as Head of Research at the facility at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The appointment will be shared with Diana Marmot, effective upon the faculty's completion on July 18th. Zachariah Trench and Caspar Darling. July 18th could be something. To my new fellow head of the lake house. Love, Diana. Clearly they get along, but clearly she doesn't want to be in front of the camera. There's no date there other than graduating 2001. But July 18th, on the other hand. So 418 is the main not changing number. I bet she uses the date anyway, even though he was told explicitly not to. So if we do 418, 914. I would have bet that. $418. That's gotta be. No, hold on. Sorry. Totally wrong number. I'm a fool. It's July. Yeah, July 18th. Why did I do 418? 718. 914. 718. 14 9.
That's not right.
I really would have thought it was that one. Honestly, don't think. Age of 38. $718, $938.
Nope.
Oh, no. I feel like we have all the info. I'm just a fool. Permanent set of digits at the beginning. Numbers that change daily. Should I use birthdays, current date, phone numbers? Okay. Maybe it's 07. Maybe it's 4 digits. 07, 18, and then 38. There it is. Okay, I knew we had the info. Just had to parse it. Ah, cool. There's a door unlocked. security reminder from B. Lopez to staff. Hello, please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. Changing your password daily does not improve our facility's security if you leave your computer open. Thank you. Dr. Marmot, Project Arbitus has officially requested we return the pages. We aren't using them for any work on Project Romanus, and they are shared research materials. So can I release them back to Arbitus? Sincerely, Dr. Perry Levine. Annual budget. I guess we'll start here. Friendly reminder that proposed annual budgets need to be sent out by the end of this month. Every station is being asked to give a thorough breakdown this year in an effort to find areas where spending can be reduced. Should I book a time for us to speak about this and make a plan? All the best. I'm too busy to attend meetings. Just use the budget from last year, but make sure to specify that a specific percentage of the research budget is to go towards Project Arbitus, so certain individuals won't be tempted to slow down their competition by stealing resources. I apologize for the difficulty my wife is presenting here. I believe she's suggesting that I would take her project's budget, an unfair and preposterous accusation, though I am confident you understand that. I would be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget. It is, of course, the head of research's job to oversee such work. Maybe Dan is no longer up to the task. Go fuck yourself, Jules. So does next Wednesday work? Wow. Maybe they're not getting along as well together. They clearly seemed to. Like, she got a whole head made for him with love. But, clearly things weren't going. Oh, we do have a flashlight. Alright. Not that it was too dark in here, but... Oh, tell me that you can't read these. Hold on. Okay. Some of the select few things in the game, not readable. Broken. Federal Bureau of Control. Yeah, I got nothing. Alright. Dr. Marmot here to remind you to put in 100% effort today. Security, safety, censorship. Remember the 3 S's. Any unaccompanied artist must be reported to security immediately. Oh, okay. There's still an experiment in progress. Oh, map. Hell yeah. Okay, gonna need that. I'm sure. Hell yeah, map. Cool. Okay. Took the last cup of coffee, brew a fresh pot. Yeah. Again, I always think that's assumed, but I also don't drink coffee or work at a communal workplace that would have a coffee pot. From Ava Ramani to FBC personnel. Subject status update. Oldest house to all staff. On-site observation teams report that the oldest house is still under active lockdown. Status of Director Trench, management team, and all other personnel inside the oldest house at the time of the lockdown's initiation remains unknown. Observations teams have detected fluctuations in the redacted field originating from the oldest house as of redacted, increasing in strength as it loops through a specific pattern every redacted hours. Yeah, people on the outside would still think Trench was the director, too. Yeah. These readings are currently being analyzed by research staff in the Boston office. Any personnel with information pertaining to the signal should contact them immediately. Sincerely, yeah. Considering we know they're working on a Control 2, I'm assuming we're not going to find any news about the building being opened in this game. They're clearly going to talk about it occasionally, because, you know, that's clearly a big bit of news, but yeah. I assume if it finally gets opened, that'll be in Control 2. Excuse me, goodness. Alright, so where was that door we heard open? I swear it came from this way, but... Is the elevator? Huh. Elevator works. And where the hell did the door open? Huh. Security door lock off. Alright, well, I don't know what door opened, but it's got to be through the elevator, I guess. Another map, in case we miss the other one. Ghost on...
Access denied.
Well, you are not keeping me out. I'll need a key card with clearance.
Denied.
Ugh,
Access
this key
denied.
card isn't gonna cut it.
Okay, then we'll find a mask around here. Key card. Literally just reread chat, saw a mask. Brain went, yeah, that's it. It's gotta have something to do with whatever we unlocked. I was not paying enough attention because I was reading the emails. Whatever door we unlocked, it's gotta be where it is. Or we'll find his lost key card. Ah. Something here too. Urgent reminder, lake safety protocols. Please remember that the following recreational activities are forbidden in the waters of Cauldron Lake. These restrictions apply to both civilians and FBC employees. Fishing, redacted. Swimming, boating, applies to canoes, kayaks, motorized boats, etc. Using the water for redacted purposes. Water skiing, redacted in the water. Paddle birding. What? These activities can result in redacted in an estimated redacted % of cases. If you are unclear about any of the restrictions listed above, please speak with redacted. What's paddle birding? Date redacted. Security report. Local rumors. Recent security operation was performed among the citizens of Bright Falls and Watery. The goal of this operation was to ascertain public knowledge and opinion of the lake house and its operations. The following information was gained through covert listening and informal questioning. The local public appear to view the area around the lake house with fear. This is, of course, the intended reaction, as the Bureau has publicly marked the area as dangerous due to volcanic gases. However, there is a specific rumor among the public regarding a government facility in the woods, run by mad scientists taking people for experimentation. This rumor seems particularly popular among the local youth, and its proximity to the truth is cause for concern. Worst case outcome would be an increase in curiosity, or possibly even aggression. It is possible that this is even the reason for the lake house's security breach back in Redacted. Security personnel will continue to monitor youth chatter. If the rumors continue disseminating, a cover story may be required, perhaps even fabricated signage for an American Volcano Commission type institution. No kids are going to fall for that. I feel like this is also just a little... Oh, nope, fine. Oh, was it this door? Yeah, duh.
This should get me downstairs.
Cool. Easy peasy. Kitty. Oh, power cord. No doodling. Yeah, nothing doing here. Cool. Got a card there. Alright, can't go all the way down, but...
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts. Estevez to team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to push.
Well. Great.
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
Well, it seems to be an alarm.
Breach detected on sublevel 5.
Oh.
Staff should seek shelter immediately.
We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now.
Well, great. Cool.
Belay that order. Shit.
What do we do?
A threshold event had hit the lake house. Now it was the Marmont's problem. Our mission was outside. Where's the fucking elevator?
Painting production, holding on observations, page development, research archives,
Okay.
threshold experimentation.
I already
Oh, of
get
course,
the lights
that's
on.
yep.
Standing
So this
around
is-
in the
this
dark
is
near
fine.
Cauldron Lake is not smart.
No, not smart. Not that it's her choice, but it's still not smart. Also, we don't have a lot of ammo.
What the fuck was that?
That's a good question. I don't trust none of this. Nothing at all. Shelter area this way. Safety first. Research subjects must be escorted by Bureau personnel whenever out of their cell. Research order. As the Lake House continues to make progress towards its goal, various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. Research into nursery rhymes directed by Dr. and Dr. Marmon, led by Dr. Campbell, as an art form has shown visibility in its ability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. Yes, we find all those about... Yeah. As a result, the nursery rhyme findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of research and incorporated into ongoing research across the Lake House. Effective immediately. Research teams will be briefed on how to utilize the effective elements of the nursery rhymes in their own work. Note, Dr. Campbell and his teams are being reassigned. They will continue to develop their work on nursery rhymes outside the Lake House. Any exposure risks related to performing confidential work outside the facility's premises have been acknowledged and accepted by the co-heads of research. Signed, Dr. Diana Marmot and Dr. Jules Marmot. No, I didn't get the other one. Threshold Linking Experiment Progress Report. The work to create a stable link between our reality and that of Redacted continues. Progress is good, with all teams reporting high confidence that a successful connection will soon be possible. Recent efforts in utilizing the paintings produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, this result allowed us to discard that avenue of research and focus solely on a much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that the Threshold's energies, and thus its reality-altering effect, are drawn to pieces of art that contain significant levels of emotion. This is supported by a clear trend in the data we have gathered over the years. Yeah, for sure. You can't just go, and then the dark place did bad things, and it works. Like, it's got to have something with meaning, emotion behind it. If we can identify and quantify the emotion of an art piece, our work will speed up considerably. Work has already proceeded, with an immediate focus on developing devices capable of measuring the level of emotion in any given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on the art produced by Subject P. While no pieces of his have yielded successful results outside of their assistance in discovering the redacted pages, his proven status as a para-utilitarian makes his work the most suitable research material. Cool, 1 second. Forgot that anything FPC related required a lot of reading things. Panel control room. So there was a shelter, but it's open. So nobody thought to... Yeah, we'll quick save for now. Nobody thought to come by and head in. So presumably whatever happened here happened quickly? Hell yeah. Alright, we take those. Gun. Best or good? Yeah, just want the gun there. Oh, hey. It's Casper Darling.
Dr. Darling.
Without much sound, however. Well. Ah, button. Alright, well, push the button.
Okay, he doesn't do a damn thing without power.
Cool. Button ain't helpful. Well, we know where to go once we have power. Also, that has power? So, okay. I guess there's clearly some amount of emergency power on. Button over here. Alright, well, I had thought go through green light door. But maybe power is turned on elsewhere. Don't trust anything here. Kind of curious what we're going to be fighting. I mean, it probably won't be the same enemies, but it's also pretty certainly not the hiss. I mean, it might be something painting related. Maybe we're fighting like ink blobs. I don't know. Can you shoot an ink blob?
That is not a regulation FBC weapon.
I mean,
Can't open it from the side.
Damn it.
Jules' key card.
Installing power cores. Pick a power card. Power core. Align core with the receiving socket. Insert power core. Hey, we used to be able to just do it with our mind, but progress update number 6. Unfortunately, Jules' key card went missing last night. Huge shame. On a totally unrelated note, I now have a level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of black rock. Been grinding the black rock down to a powder and stashing around in case any gets confiscated. Next steps. Weapon test using black rock powder. If successful, maybe send schematics to offsite teams. Could lead to a transfer to this shithole. Need to think up more applications for black rock now that I have some. There was a researcher at the OH who had tons of the oldest house who had tons of ideas like this. Wish I could remember their name.
I wish they'd make these things lighter.
It's so weird to think of this thing as like heavy.
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
There's a lot of like sounds going on. These were so easy to just toss around as Jesse Payton. Now it's like you gotta actually carry it. Alright, slap it down. Ta-da! Hit the power button. Cool. Fault in the system. Use the power core to store backup power.
At least the elevator's back.
Where's the elevator, though? Oh, behind the painting. So I don't like all these sounds. At all. Ah, it's fine. We're in the light, though. Quick save. Let's see what that button do now. Right? Oh.
First off, a huge thank you to everyone here. The Lake House has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Cauldron Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person so I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not our view, so no reason to be scared. Do you hear that, Dr. Marmot? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the Shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the Shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it, say, create altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art?
I love how the Dark Place is a source of terror and horror and just tragedy to everyone who encounters it. But to Casper, it's like, man, that's just fascinating. I just want to...
Are the things we need to know to accurately classify the Shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, came up with that. Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome. Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the Shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set. I wish I could tell you more. It's a very, very exciting non-physical forces impacting. No, sorry, I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get you clearance, of course, but if that would, maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking. So, the Shadow represents a whole new area of research, and I couldn't be more excited to start digging in. It is a great new world, people.
Cool. Where's that? Oh, the button is over here. Oh, guess that's what I needed to hit anyway. Cool. I knew that. Ah, crap. That's definitely going to spawn whatever. Do it. Let's check somebody's emails first. Please remember to lock your computer before leaving the station. We saw that. To celebrate the arrival of fall, I've brought a variety of seasonal pies from that local diner you all seem to love so much. The members of Project Ramus can come enjoy them in the lobby near my office. All of the staff should visit the other Dr. Marmot's office to see if she brought pie. Also, despite the ridiculous dramatics of last year, I've purchased a delicious pecan-filled pies. Happy fall. What happened last year that would make them not want to... Hello, a gentle reminder that nut allergies are a serious health issue, and making light of them is not appropriate workplace... well, that spells that out. Bringing nuts to the office is a health risk and should be avoided for everyone's safety. Thank you. Harry, do not release any of these pages. Tell Diana and those fools on Project Arbutus that we misplaced them. An unfortunate filing accident. Tell them we are confident the pages will resurface in 2 or 3 weeks, but we're too busy making progress to look for them right now. Be sure you say that we are making progress, just as I wrote it above. It definitely sounds like they are a married couple, but they have different lines of research here, and that's leading them to places. Gotta see if we can get into there. Okay, well, I think we actually moved something into the way, unfortunately.
Need a higher clearance key card.
Okay. No, that's fine.
If you can understand me, I am
No,
an agent of the
no,
Federal
no,
Bureau
no,
of
no, thank you. Do not like. That never fucking works. No, don't like paint monsters. Not a fan. Nope. Where's that elevator? Where's that elevator? That elevator. There was an elevator, right? Yeah, there's an elevator. We're gonna...
Fuck were those things?
So that's nice. That's nice. Cool. Also, our gun didn't seem to do a lot of work against it, or the flashlight. So awesome.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Presumably, we need that other weapon that shoots the black rock dust.
You never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work.
It's taken a long time to go down one floor. We went down one floor. That was a long time.
Please hold. Please hold. Please hold. Please hold.
I don't love it.
If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand? Well, I'll be damned. So what kind of entity are you?
Not great.
You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that.
Are you
I just had
hostile?
an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation? What does that mean? Okay, hey, calm down. You need to cease all hostility right now. Now.
Well, great.
thing is really pissed off. Good news. It didn't try to kill me.
You know, gotta look on the bright side.
Baby steps.
Where the hell do we even end up? Trying to zoom on this makes the controller rumble. Are they? Experiment in progress, probably downstairs. Need to get sub level 5. Lake House, AWE. What are they researching? Okay. Well, that floor was a bit of a dud. I think my controller's dying. When I pull this trigger, I don't know if you can hear it, it's vibrating. But not this trigger. Just this one. Well.
Angry living paintings.
I'm assuming
are
that didn't
not
actually
typically
drop us at
on the cultural
-2.
bingo card.
That's why I'm hitting again.
Something different was happening at the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty Sunday.
I don't know if it even matters what floor I hit.
Sublevel 3.
This isn't the
I
floor
hit-
I wanted.
Yeah, alright, well.
Fucking elevator.
Well, neither was the last one that got hit, so. Page development. This looks fine.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine, the paint, it was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself.
Words per sentence. Max 12, min 1. Average 6.71. Is co-heads one word or two? Style. Contains dialogue. Clipped phrasing. Third person. Omniscient. Broad timeline. Story concepts. Marmots. FBC. Lake House. Conflict. Water. Dark.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
Words per sentence. Max 15, min 1. Average 6.41. Style. Character-centric. Lane. Past tense. Clipped phrasing. Higher adjective usage. Focused timeline. Why Lane? Story concepts. Rudolph Lane. Paint odor. Marmots. Heat conflict. Art is for analysis, not for admiration. Stay focused on your work. Okay, we saw the artist. Unaccompanied one.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
Man, the fact that anybody wanted to make contact with that threshold is just bad. Organizational update. Moving forward, research at the Lake House will be divided into 2 distinct projects. Project X 132 AW, codenamed Arbitus, focused on studying the writings of Redacted, with Dr. Diana Marmot serving as project director. Project C43210RL, codenamed Ramis, focused on studying Redacted in his work with Dr. Jules Marmot serving as project director. Staff will soon be notified regarding the project assignment and any required desk changes. Your patience is requested during this reorganization. This is a confidential facility matter and not to be discussed with external agents or teams. If you have any questions, please contact me directly. Carrie Kingston. Cool. Yeah, definitely was a bit of a schism, a crack. Things went wrong. Refinement process, ATD output and calibration. The automated typing device, ATD, will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known para-utilitarian, with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATDs must be evaluated and graded based on its similarity to Wake's original style. The pages will be graded using the following criteria. Comprehensibility, this is the most basic of criteria. The page must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. Style. The page must accurately mimic the typical style of Wake's writing, using pages in the Lake House possession as reference. Tone. The page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing, using pages in the Lake House's possession as reference. Content. The page must accurately mimic the typical content of Wake's writing, using pages used in the Lake House possession as reference. Once pages are graded, they will be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing process produced by the ATDs until they can produce near identical stories to Alan Wake. Once that is achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link with the Shadow's power. So they're trying to use AI to make art equivalent to Alan Wake's to try to control the Shadow Realm. You know, do not copy Wake manuscript pages.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
I mean, that all sounds... yeah.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad.
Well.
The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the
Initial findings report. Ree Edward Franklin Booker, born in New York, New York, currently resides in New York, New York. Married to Tamitha Booker. Oh, Booker. I don't know, I said Breaker. No known children or dependents. Oh, those were the two... Those were the two that witnessed the murder site, right? The Bookers? No paracriminal affiliations found. Located in Bright Falls, Washington as of 9/10/2023. Writer and director of 5 stage plays, unsuccessful. Confirmed artist, designation author, playwright. Disclaimer, background investigation performed in a very short amount of time per instruction. As a result, the information contained in this report is
There's a
not
crack in
comprehensive
the lake
and
house.
possibly
The
erroneous.
Marmonts had let the lake in, but the
Initial
water
finding
couldn't
report,
flow.
Tabitha Madison Booker,
Became trapped,
born in Atlanta, Georgia,
stagnant,
currently resides in
like
New York,
that.
New York. Married to Edward. No known children or dependents. No paracriminal affiliations found. Located in Bright Falls. Author of 3 commercially successful true crime books. First publication was a poetry collection. Unsuccessful. Confirmed artist. Designation author poet. Same.
There was a
Okay.
crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water.
Oh, another save point. Well, let's see what trouble's in here. Oh, jeez.
Please don't let this be what I think it is.
No, it's...
As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away? 100% bad news.
Yeah, that's not great. Of course they'd have to use typewriters. Nope, we only have clearance 1. We need clearance 2. Pretty badly. I mean, I guess that's one way to try to brute force. Not copy Wake manuscript pages. Progress report. Typewriter brand investigation. Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriters by Alan Wake with the intent to use this particular brand for redacted and the ATDs continues to be unsuccessful. Sources contradict with discretion. Wake's publishing house, result, no useful information. Wake's agent, result, refused to discuss client matters. Wake's spouse, result, refused to discuss. Redacted, result, no useful information. Checked all available online interviews, publications, elements pertaining to Alan Wake, no useful information. Oh, dang it. The relevant team will continue to explore alternative sources of information. The ATDs will continue to operate with the available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. Should it, though? The project director has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand and type of ink used in Wake's typewriter. I guess you could do that. I feel like... I don't know if this is intentionally making itself a commentary on AI work, but man, it feels that way. If we can only replicate the exact typewriter and the exact phrasing and the exact words per sentence average, if it can seem in every way like it was made by Alan Wake, it'll have emotional power. Right? I mean, clearly something connected here, but they said it was going to be the paintings, right? Or the manuscript page said it would be, and, you know, the stuff around here seems to back that up. Maintenance and repair, okay. No, I wanted to close it behind me if anything, but okay. Hell yeah. Project Arbitus. Research notes. Read content of Wake manuscript. We have begun to find pages from a manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian and suspect in past cases involving the Cauldron Lake AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my biases into my work, I must do so here to address the matter being examined. As reference for any future readers, I am Dr. Diana Marmot, co-head of research at the Lake House facility. The pages we recently found summarizes my life with Jules Marmot, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. Or hiccups. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. Your reports are passed in the Bureau, but also details inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflict this past year. This raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he is writing from, get his information? Or is the page itself determining these emotions and events? I cannot believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes so far as to have dictated my entire career at the FBC, and if it did, Would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shift in personality, but rather growing resentment. I firmly believe that though I have no evidence to prove it, which brings me to a new research query for our team. What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their mind, their love, or animosity are theirs to control? Good luck trying to prove that.
2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman.
Hartman.
Of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists in an attempt to control the power of the shadow.
It's just like you're doing.
I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Yeah, I'm sure that's great. Nothing else in this room. Hearing all of them just stop and reset for the next line at the same time. Infinite paper. Weird. 2 can't go in there. Well, I'm not checking each individual desk. I doubt, I mean, they could put a paper on one of them, but I'm not checking every desk. More paint. Goody. Do not contaminate the lake house with unrelated art. This is fine.
Shit.
Well.
I can never say no to extra firepower.
Yeah, who's gonna say no to a shotty, right? I hear it, but I don't know where it's coming from. Also, I'm not entirely sure those things.
Back where I started. Spatial recurrence usually observes the law of 3.
Alright, well. I don't like any of those sounds.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this?
Okay, so that's the same one.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars and...
Same as well, okay. Looking for stuff that might be different. So I get the feeling that enemies might be a difference.
Contrived overlap, rebounded on itself.
Oh, this is new.
Compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for release.
It's almost like trying to feed it fake, soulless art is causing problems. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
This contrived overlap.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong button. I meant that one. Oh, I thought I saw someone on the side. Okay. Okay. Doing alright for the moment. Anything different in here? Not immediately. Oh, it doesn't reach. Alright. Oh, that's not nice. Gotta get those headshots. It's very important. Oh! Hello, friend. You gonna stay down? Yeah, good. Stay down, please.
Some staff down there have been corrupted.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Just kept getting worse.
Yeah, it looks that way too. It's almost like they were messing with stuff. I mean, that really sums up the entire FBC, though. Messing with stuff they really shouldn't be messing with. That's just the whole thing. Not just messing with stuff they shouldn't be messing with. Gleefully and happily messing with stuff they shouldn't be messing with. Alright, I mean... moving ahead. Don't like any of the sounds going on here. Alright, a third time round. Just gonna assume those are the same. I probably shouldn't, but you know, it's fine.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. Science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand.
Good luck with that.
I keep coming back to this page.
Isn't the difference?
The
No.
author's clearly awake. I keep coming back to this page.
Nothing bad would happen. Oh. This room seems to have gotten bigger since we last left it. Slightly, mildly bigger.
What is that?
Sure, it's great. Fine and normal and... Just like I'm sure that's going to be a normal painting. Right? Yeah, no power for that.
Ugh, locked.
Locked,
Maybe there's
okay.
another way in.
Got the card, but I doubt it's going to work without power. Nope, I lied. Totally works. The cube. Cube obtained. Now, where to put cube? Presumably that lets me get in here.
Fishing!
Good luck fishing, sword. Hope you catch something. Yeah. Oh, that was the sound of fishing. Thought it was me stepping in the paint. This gives us a second cube. What do we need a second cube for? I'll say ramen. Oh, soon. My own fishing got me. Yes. Just assumed that was ramen. Got me by my own damn fish. So that's bad. So that provides power functionally here right now.
It's ramen.
You thought it would fool me twice? Come on, I'm slightly better than that. If only slightly. Oh, I didn't hit that, did I? Hold on. Alright, so let's try and hit this switch here.
Controllable shifting phenomena.
What does that even do, though? Why would I want to turn one off? So, button around here. No power. So I need something to conduct that power there.
Fishing!
Also, hey Mitz, how's it going? Good luck with your fish. We can take that up, but I don't think there's a reason to yet. But the fact that we have two of them must mean there's a reason to.
Do you want me to unleash a deadly explosion spell?
Ah, you got a snake wizard who's gonna explode something. Unbeknown what. Something gonna go boom. So that goes to there, yep. Oh. Oh-ho. Oh, okay. Okay. Noted. Which restores that power. Means I can pull this. Okay, got it. Which opens that. Cool, now we can get out of typewriter hell, possibly. Oh, it's our friendly neighborhood painting. I mean, it didn't try to kill us. About Alan Wake.
Wake's writing is being studied here. Do
You can do
know
it, I
anything
believe.
about him?
Just skip all the side content.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there.
What happened to you?
Did the people here do this to you?
What did they do?
You said marmots before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are. Christ.
Not really having a good communication session with that
It's
thing.
fixated on the marmots. What did they do?
I mean, clearly nothing good. Clearly nothing good. Let's try 2 again? I feel like I've tried 2 a few times. I don't know if we've ever actually ended up at 2.
Between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are. But the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, This was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
Yeah, whatever button I push. This is a long elevator. Reaction port. Alright.
Lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Holding an observation.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Oh. They're fine. Definitely fine. For a level-wide lockdown, I don't... Seems to be a lot of shadow-infected people who definitely won't break out of any of those offices anytime soon. Definitely not. Definitely not. More ammo? Good, good, good. That's...
Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
There's
the elevator. How do I get in?
I don't know if I wanna. That's so many enemies. Oh, thank you, Mr. Smiley Face. Post-it note. You make everything better. We have pistol ammo now. Not a lot of shotty ammo and not a lot of healing. Oh, you didn't see the paint creatures, Mitz. Paint creatures are,
That glass
ooh.
is thick.
Sure something. Yes. Ooh, shoddy rounds. Shoddy and grenade? Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. It's, flashbang. Ooh, okay, good. Alright, we got some fun toys. I'd feel more comfortable with more healing, but we're not doing terrible. I need a level 3 keycard. No. Work order. Wall removal and transport. Location. Sublevel 2 lane cell. Ordered by Marmot Jules. Go ahead and research. Work required. A section of the cell's southern wall needs to be removed for transport to sublevel 5 for analysis. Urgency. High. Tools required. It's not my job to know which tools you need to use to cut concrete walls. It's your job. Additional details. Important. The wall must be removed very carefully. The painting on the interior side of the wall must not be damaged. Oh, that must be the wall we keep finding. That's full of angry. Looks like it was here. And now it's not.
I wonder what happened here.
Nothing good.
Jules Marmot looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drug and Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Yeah, and that's why bad stuff seems to be happening, 'cause nothing else mattered. All they cared about was beating each other.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty.
Rudolph, no. You love to paint.
And you are such a talent.
This is just the classic artist slump.
No. No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave.
Ah, Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that.
No. No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint.
Ah, this is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Date redacted. Project Ramus. Subject coordination report re-redacted. Background information. Rudolph Lane, subject P, has shown a decline in redacted over the past several months. Initially, this redacted presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude towards art has also undergone a change recently. He's disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it's completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether the sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing redacted, or a source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests in the background of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Action to be taken. Dr. Jules Marmot, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested that a high dose of redacted be introduced to the subject's food to cure its redacted. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of redacted will be introduced in order to improve his compliance. Also clearly didn't work. At all. Well, they needed art infused with emotion, and it looks like none of those emotions were positive. Cool. Initial review. Booker's writing. First piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It's not remotely similar in content to the wake pages we provided as reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it all set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house, the shadow? We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. And why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. What the hell is in the sky? I don't like that first paragraph. Page ID assignment. Continue the story from page ID AW02. I assume that's this one. Probably. Match the tone, style, and content of AW02 as closely as possible. The crack was an emotional one, a line right through their marriage, their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage's window. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain-heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with the burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair. As if sensing his gaze, she turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving. And he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did we get here? They'd been at the lab, running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, to mend the crack. But he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass. The sort of thing you only notice if you were looking for it. It felt like he had seen something like this before, but where? Jules! Diana's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door, to his wife. Well, that's not concerning whatsoever.
Finally, someone who isn't a painting. Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can
Oh,
we do this
hey.
later?
No, we cannot.
No.
I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with the government, and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
It's throwing me off.
Where do you think you are right now?
in an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity.
Yeah.
Makes way more sense.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, you know, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
Dude, you're locked in a cell.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, you know, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
He thinks being kidnapped was all part of the exercise.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while.
Yeah, no
Go for
kidding.
some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Glad he's okay. He's really... Mm-hmm.
Creativity tearing through the shadowy cloak of corporate cookie-cutter bullshit.
Hmm.
Killer metaphor.
Okay. Retrieval order. Acquisition team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Arbitus at the Lake House facility. Prioritize outcomes as ordered below. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. Tamitha Booker. Her work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to yield results based on proven cases. Edward Booker. Less successful than Tamitha, but theater is more widely recognized as art than true crime novels. Observe the subjects at a distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Under no circumstances can this operation draw the attention of local law enforcement. Well, I don't think law enforcement noticed, but they got some other stuff. Subjects writing must feature darkness, water, marmots, the lake house, conflict. Did anyone explain any of this to him? I mean, he seems to have the general gist. I get it, they're scientists, they're mad that it's not perfect, but like, he's doing what he asked him to, and seemingly having a good time. Yep. Well, vandalized text. 0% effort today. Oh, hello there, Doctor. It's a dick move game, but also well done. Oh, we got a save point. I thought I saw something over there. No, we haven't actually hard saved. There we go. Yeah, this is a lot of reading. My throat's been okay for a few days, thankfully. It's all just been nose related. So... But I could not have done this if it came out like last weekend. Not a chance. Hey, a level 2 key card. If we can ever get back to floor 1.
Sorry, but I need this.
If we can ever get back to floor 1, they have a weapon there that we can use.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
Catalog of Rudolph Lane production. From painting session on Redacted. ID RL342. Designation: black circular shape among yellow lines. Description: an uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground, with jagged yellow-brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into the black circle. ID RL1169. Designation: lone tree at night. A dark green tree, pine, standing in a dark landscape, presumably night. ID RL1170. Designation: empty road and forest. A dark gray streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The gray streak is likely to be a road due to its location, color, and the way its width reduces in line with the perspective. Note: a small white shape on the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are searching for the site now to attempt page retrieval. ID RL524. Designation: yellow crescent shape on black canvas. A curved yellow shape in a roughly crescent shape painted into an otherwise empty canvas. Possibly a crescent moon or banana? Unfinished piece? Jeez. Designation RL224, red, yellow, and green circles, 3 uneven circles, 1 red, 1 yellow, 1 green, roughly arranged with a vertical line. Background is black-gray with dark red streaks along the border of the canvas, possibly a traffic light. ID RL171, cityscape with blue-gray sky. As gray vertical shapes, likely the skyline of a city, in the bottom third of the canvas with a vivid blue-gray sky. Geometric shapes painted in white, thin white lines can barely be made out among the colors of the sky. RL344, black void, a deep black void covering the entire canvas, with a few small specks of dark or light gray able to be seen on close inspection. RL345, large variety of black spirals, a large number of rough spirals painted in black, ranging in size from that of a quarter to that of a baseball. Though the canvas appears quite covered, it is blank aside from the spirals. RL225, brown shapes with horns. Brown shapes vaguely triangular with what are presumably horns extending from the shape. Likely an animal head, possibly a deer or an elk, black background. We need a password. I mean, clearly some of those numbers are going to matter, but... How do you narrow those numbers down to... Not really sure why. I really do want to be able to access that, though. It's got to be the numbers on the files, but... I get the feeling that as soon as we do this, something's going to happen. We won't be able to go back to the computer, but... Yep. Alright. Hello, friend. Your head needs bullets in it. Lots of bullets in it. Cool. Is there anything else in there? Ah. 2023. Yeah, that would do it. From Security and Technical Support Division to all departments. Update computer password. Effective September 13th. All computer passwords must be reset daily. Department set of digits at the beginning. Numbers to change daily. Okay. So if 2023 is the first one, then it's just a matter of which... Oh, 2023 is in here then. Oh. Just found out what happened to Tricia. Jules fucking fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all-hands meeting. She had valid concerns. That man is a tyrant. Speaking up about safety is no reason to fire someone. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? We're a fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they're getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggested. Our anniversary is the basic numbers, then base numbers, then black void. Yeah, the Marms are losing it. Big surprise. Bet Diana set Jules' background to a big old turd or something. Once again, making their shitty marriage everyone else's problem. Password he sent didn't work. Black Void is 44, right? From the list of Lane's paintings? I need to get in this. It's going to be a total waste of a Wednesday. 44 is right, yeah. So I guess you're telling me you don't know what our anniversary is. Well, good luck with that. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary plus brown shape with horns. Love you. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Okay, when did they see a movie together? Made that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forget was a week from this Friday. Let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses see us sleeping together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relationships. Oh, of course they have. So on the 14th... 23? So 0923. And then brown with horns. Oh 092325.
That's not right. Nope.
I must be missing something. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary plus brown shape with horns. I did that. Certainly never forgot was a week from this Friday. Take separate cars from the office. Oh, I was looking at Saturday. I'm used to calendars having Sunday here. That's why. Okay. 0923. That's why. Or 22. 0922, right? Friday. That's why. 092225. Cool.
There.
I don't want to deactivate lockdown.
HQ, more situations like this are gonna fall through the cracks.
Attention missing BlackRock. Attention all staff, there's a significant amount of BlackRock missing from sub-level 5. I expect there is a misunderstanding and someone has taken it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to this message and we will fix the problem. BlackRock is a precious material, we only have so much of it now with the oldest house being closed. Security reminder, please remember to lock your computer before leaving. Yep.
I'm glad someone
I'm writing because I have serious concerns about safety protocols being disregarded across the facility. I've collected a list of violations that I've personally observed. I can send this to you. My opinions on the matter is that both Dr. and Dr. Marmot are driving this facility staff into progressively more reckless behavior. Yeah, glad somebody noticed, but they got fired. Columbus Howard, thank you for sharing your opinion. All faculty operations and safety measures are under the purview of the heads of research. If you have a complaint, please file it directly to them or contact the Bureau's acting management team in Dallas. Wow. I thought we reported to the acting management team in Kansas. I've reached out to them about this issue multiple times and got no response. Even if they did respond, we all know they don't have the staff to investigate every internal issue after the oldest house went into lockdown. I believe the Marmots are knowingly using this state of chaos to their advantage. Our treatment of research subjects is in clear violation of the Ash Act. These are punishable offenses. If you do not open an internal investigation, then I will resign. Well, let's unlock everything. That's fine. Who needed to lock down anyway, right?
Lockdown lifted. You are now safe
Estevez, come in.
Oh.
Facility. Sub-level 1.
Sub-level 1's at the weapon.
No, turn back. Area is extremely hostile.
Crap.
Radios. On floor 1. I'll need help.
They're going to need a lot of help. But now that we have a key card, we can go there and find maybe, you know, a nice weapon that shoots Blackrock. Where we're going to find ammo for that, I have no idea. Alright. Do they not see me yet? Oh, somebody. Oh, okay. Sure. I just don't want to get surrounded. Rather deal with a ton of people all coming from this way. I have a flashbang if things get out of control. And a flare as well. So like I have options. Uh-oh. Yeah, there probably are cultists oh. Got her. Ammo is going to become a problem. Six and 19. I'm missing too many shots. I mean, not hard missing, but I'm missing the head on too many shots. Okay. Gotta hold us for a little bit, right? I know there's more enemies than that around, but hopefully not more enemies than that, like, right here. Honestly, anyone else might be past that, so take a second, look around for ammo or notes. ATT progress review. Too much overlap between tone and style. Merge? Word choice good, but incomprehensible. Let's say. Dark. Trees. Pond. Shade. Dim, crow, dark, woods, shade, drab, flashlight, scream, breathing, lake, blood, grade, comprehensibility, F, style, F, tone, D, content, D. They tried, word choice good, but incomprehensible. Dark, scream of the darkness, a dark reminder of the dark's inner darkness, a well of darkness, a vortex, like painted black. Darker and darker, so the darkness could hardly see. A dark figure emerged from the darkness, facing the darkness with a dark intent. A dark knife glinted into the dark, darkly. Dark is like the dark eye of the dark raven. Dark feathers rustling in the night sky. No moon. The moon had been eaten by the dark. The dark drank it in the sun. A dark move rose over the dark sun that had set it into the dark's darkness. The darkness darkened darkly, darkening the dark until it dimly darkened even the darkest dark. Whew. Great. Comprehensibility, D. Style, C. Tone, A. Content, A. Improvement. Repetition issue was solved with sufficient rounds of refinement. Refinement plus time equals progress. The rot snail beamed. A wooded grain bent from the owl. Egg mail. 4 forms in the glass eye and melt. A cracked page booked through from down and bark. I grow and longer with the lower dark sea. No one found. Egg mail heaven. Pour drying out, he chin. When all scream in blue and an axe vermilion. A day is around, flat across evening. The water murmurs in light bulb trees round the cat. The night glares in all streets. The coffee deers run. Fear drinks locks by windy cottages and black fires in the same mirrors. A mist heavies in Panic Mountain. Grade, comprehensibility F. Style F. Tone F. Content F. Style tone prioritized over comprehensibility. Negative progress. The dark woods rattled darkly. Flashlight peered into the deep darkness, and the dark shivered. Flashlight scowled. A woodsman came with an axe. The woodsman's teeth screamed. Flashlight screamed too, and was cut in half. Blood mixed with the darkness, a dark blend. Pistol looked at Flashlight in shock. There was nowhere to run, he realized, but he ran away. He ran into the deep dark of the woods. The woodsman rattled behind them, bouncing through the trees. Pistol knew it had nowhere to run. Pistol drew his pistol and turned to face his death. The woodsman emerged, and Pistol opened fire. Pistol's pistol flashed in the dark night, once, twice, thrice. The woodsman fell with a clatter. Pistol breathed, in and out, in and out. Pistol looked at each tree, in and out. He was safe. Pistol grabbed the woodsman's axe and plunged it into his pistol to charge it. He went to check on Flashlight. Pistol checked each half of Flashlight. She was dead, and he knew it. Pistol screamed at the trees. The trees screamed back. Comprehensibility, B. Style, C. Tone, B. Content, C. Making progress again. Individual elements are strong, but ATD's lacking awareness and intention is a blocker. How to correct. Input non-weak reference material. Source human subjects. Use staff as writers. Risk of data skew. Need more weak reference material. Well, that sure was a board. That sure was a board. Oh, ammo, good. We didn't actually get hit during that entire thing. Yeah, there's a shadow wall there. I'll deal with it. After we look in here. Pretty sure once we take down that shadow wall, more stuff will happen, so...
or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. The story gives the shadow a blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine. In our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer.
No, she doesn't.
That's why I love her.
Wow. That was from the early days. Rip. Yeah, it doesn't seem like their current state of mind likes being questioned. Or likes her husband. There was art here. Covered now. Alright, cool. Doing good on ammo. Really bad on healing. Pretty bad on flashlights, actually. The flashlight battery will work. Everything else is mostly okay. Yep, that's fine. As long as you all come at me from the same direction. As long as you ain't flanking me. What? Somebody threw something at me. That guy back there. Yeah, you get shot, dude. No. Damn it, should have dodged that. Or even attempted to dodge. Yeah, you know. Damn it! I don't have enough batteries to deal with this. Okay. So that's great. We have no battery. At all. This is 0. You can technically shoot through the darkness shield, but like... you ain't doing a lot of damage. So I'm hoping one of these rooms has some batteries in it. And I am going to use this because I'd rather be topped off than not. Can't go to level 3 yet. We're already in here. Readings collected over the last 48 hours show a rising increase in activity stemming from Cauldron Lake threshold, likely indicating an imminent AWE scenario. The highest recorded reading exceeded the safety limit, necessitating a general alert and requesting assistance from the assigned AWE response team, which would be us. However, no alert or contact with external teams has been made. Never mind. Per the recent amendments to this procedure, as specified, the monitoring team will take no action until a sign-off from either Dr. Marmot or Dr. Marmot has been received. Oh. Considering the rate of escalation that recent data indicates, the monitoring team strongly recommends that the AWE response team be contacted. So somebody eventually contacted us, but they were told not to. Oh, thank goodness. Still need more batteries, but that's a good start. That's a start at least. Anything new over here? Nope. Stay right, friend. Stay right. Went to the bathroom already. There's nothing in there. There definitely could still be stuff over here. Specifically stuff that is gonna attack me. Ah, damn you. Yes, thank you. Ah, why hello there. Goodbye, your chest. Okay, good. Of course they'd be waiting for me behind the door. Why wouldn't they be waiting for me behind the door? Okay. Hopefully that means there's something useful in here. Background report, Rudolph Lane. In 2010, Lane was inadvertently involved in AWE 35 while residing at the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman. See case number 74 WA004 for information. Re his crimes and arrest. Lane was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by the FBC staff. After the Cauldron Lake Lodge was seized and closed by the FBC, Lane moved to Watery, where he currently resides. Recent surveillance claims he has no known personal relationships or affiliations with paranatural groups. As requested, the observation team has confirmed that Lane continues to paint as of the date of this report. So they were that painting guy in Alan Wake 1. Okay. I kind of assumed, but wasn't sure if we had full confirmation until now.
My team was on sublevel 1.
Yep.
I knew they were in danger.
Yeah, because that's where those painting creatures were, and that's not great.
The Marmonts turned innocent people into...
But that's also where that gun was, and I want that gun.
They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods? No.
There was definitely some Dark Place influence on them, let's be honest. Like, there was very clearly some Dark Place influence on them.
Sublevel 1.
Oh, great.
Ugh, you fucking bastard.
Well...
Jules Marmont killed my team.
Great.
He was taken by the Shadow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't...
I should get that gun while I'm up here.
Yes, I know. But I think I need to move that. Oh, that's just cheating. You can go up to me while I'm interacting with things. Clearly cheating. I have no healing, so this is very bad. Don't really know how to stop them.
That name is not very scientific.
I'm hoping they're too tall to come in here. And also, that now that I've opened that door, that little bit of movement makes it so I can actually get in there. Maybe. Don't like any of your sounds. Or actions, or just any part of these guys. Hopefully, this will let me shoot them. Okay, I'm going to close the door and hope that they're too big to come through. And or stupid. Progress update number 5. Got that firing mechanism working. It's throwing the test projectiles a good distance. Turned out pretty nicely. The fittings between the grenade launcher and custom components are a bit loose. No proper lathe here, but at least it works. Now I need some actual black rock for the test. I know there's some on sub-level 5, but the acting inventory supervisor doesn't get access to that floor. Next steps, source black rock. Ooh, good, good. Just gotta heal it on up. Ah. Bollocks. Alright. Don't think there was any number in this. No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah,
This should get me down
cool.
to sub-level 5. And this should get me past any other problems.
Yeah, hope so. Where did that end up going? Oh. Trial and error. Find the Black Rock launcher. Rather than deal more damage and impact. Good to know. Gotta charge it. Yeah. Probably better to have quicker access to this than the shotgun, honestly.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water
Oh, this
could
is the
not
one.
flow.
Yeah, okay.
It became trapped, stagnant, went bad.
Yeah, we heard her
truth was
reading this the whole time, so. Where do we get numbers for a password around here? Gets the job done. Jeez. Alright. That's satisfying as hell. How are we gonna find the password for that computer? Oh, we'll have to hit the button again to leave, but that's, you know, something we'll have to work on. Good. Alright. I think there were only 2 around here, but I guess we're going to find out as time goes on. We opened the door, so it doesn't matter if we hit the button again. We can still access that room. I do hope that doesn't spawn any more enemies, because we don't have infinite, you know, supplies here. Not helpful. Alright, so we can get to the elevator again, which is nice. Can we, actually? Yes, okay. Again, super satisfying, but we only have 2 rounds left, so I don't love that. What the hell could the password on that be?
Bingo. That keycard's gonna get me to sub-level 5.
Yeah. Which is awesome. There's nothing with numbers about. This might be one we have to come back to. Like, I've been trying to solve them all as we go, but might have to come back for that one.
There was a crack in the lake house.
Yeah, we know that one. So I guess we gotta keep an eye out for whoever's inventory management. Anything written by them. Oh, yeah, well, duh. Well, still got 2 rounds. See if we can make it to the elevator without having to fire anymore. Seems unlikely. Oh, never mind. I mean, I don't know what the chances are of us actually getting to 5, but let's try. I feel like it's just going to drop us wherever it wants to.
The Shadow had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity. That made everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Please hold. Please hold. Please hold. Please hold.
Yeah, elevator doesn't seem to want to bring us to the places we want to go. What do you know about Rudolph Lane?
Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
The shame of a man.
I think you are Rudolph Lane.
I think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself, a self-portrait. Make them see.
Look, I might be able to help you. But I need information, cooperation.
No brush. Just
Cool. Great again. Oh.
Rudolph Lane was dying. Both murderer and victim. Red hues ran down his hands. Was it scarlet or cadmium? Too vivid to be maroon. Names don't matter, he decided. Color was pure. Inspiring. For the first time in years, he wanted to paint. A self-portrait. To say goodbye. No. To make them remember. To make them see what they did. He slapped his hands against the wall to steady himself. He began from there. No brush, just himself. The strokes were crude, violent. The pain, misery, and hate he'd endured there. The fire in his eyes and hands and bones all spread into the shape of a man. It was quick. Natural. Like a heart attack. He slumped down to the floor, smiling at the anger he left smeared across the wall.
That would be that painting then, yeah. Definitely for sure that painting. Cool. Great. Just pure unadulterated screw you guys anger. Presumably painted with at least a bit of blood. If not all of it, you know. Actually. Ah, they hit 5.
Wish the elevator would stop moving.
Yeah, I really don't think it matters what you hit at any given time. Elevator's got ideas of its own.
Ooh, nice office.
This looks fine, right? Definitely looks fine. Hey, save point. Hey, with more stuff. Good, okay. 22 to 19. Okay. We have at least an okay amount of equipment. Though I'm not looking forward to seeing what's behind the door.
Come on.
This is fine. This is all normal and fine. And a bunch of deer skulls and antlers, also fine. You know. Lots of bodies. Ah, you suck! Ah, there goes all my health. Good. And only 2 rounds left in this again. So there's not a ton more of them. And we have no healing, so great. Wonderful. I hear you. One round left. Not loving. Not loving that at all. Really hoping we find more. Like, soon. Soon. Like, now. Like, right now? Like, immediately. Cool.
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her.
Yeah, silence, sure.
She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules. Their ambition. Their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
Yeah, you'll definitely screw this up. Gonna imagine that a map, yeah, doesn't really work here. Shifting geometry bullshit. It does say that I missed a container. Yes, a container. Please have ammo for this. Well, that's just mean, game. That's just mean. Why would you do that to me? It does say there's another container, like, here-ish. Okay. That sounds like somebody I can shoot with regular bullets, which I do appreciate. Hello? There's no container here. Game-wise. Fine. Oh, just a guitar, you know. Normal guitar things. Just don't spawn any more paint monsters to give me ammo, please. Oh, that's a big lad. You need a shotty. I also need to stay down. Jeez. Oh, hello. Cheating. I thought you were gonna throw something at me. Not warp up into my face. I don't know why I keep thinking circle's the reload button. It is not. It's the flashlight button. Very definitively the flashlight button. Right, health. More Blackrock. What I really need. Anytime. Whoa, 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 whoa. No funky sounds. Alright, cool.
Okay, Blackrock powder.
Only one, but...
Keep an eye out for more of these.
Yeah, no kidding. Aha. Something. Healing. Healing's good. The flare... I should be using flares for groups better, but... whatever. Definitely gonna be a paint creature, right? Wonder if they're gonna be right there. Or if that was just a visual effect. Okay. Just him, right? No more yet? No more yet? He wouldn't throw another one at me without more ammo. Right? Game. This area is just... I have no idea where we're going. That looks promising, however. To be fair. I hate all of those sounds. I'm booking it for the light. The light is good. I like the light. This is a new song. hoping for more supplies in here. I guess this is locked. No.
Something isn't right. It might be best to fill the test. Deep breath. 16 breaths. Forget all the rest.
Okay. Annual report threshold study. Progress in the Lake House directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research in the areas of threshold energy detection and measurement have made great strides, allowing us to work with the investigations department in the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake, which you've seen. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and the sources of light continues to be difficult without active threshold manifestations to test against. Additional means of containment and offensive measures against the shadow have similarly been difficult to develop without an active AWE, though theoretical research continues. Research into threshold suppression techniques is ongoing, with no clear determination regarding the viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake, per mandate B29HED, definitely not Hedron, with all findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year with further promising breakthroughs predicted in 2018. Signed, Dr. Jules, Dr. Marmot, Dr. Marmot. Okay. Now that we know that this is right here, I'm just exploring the immediate vicinity because I thought I saw that as I ran up. Hoping for more collectibles out here, but okay, we got a computer with a password we gotta try to figure out.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters, but the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. "I know you're here," they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home. Their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
Yep. Password 685298. Alright. Cool. Gotta love it. Let's start from the bottom. 5 years ago, letter from Darling archived. Just received a letter from Darling about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know protocol does not allow this sort of thing, and he says he will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon. Like we're children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. Then 6 months ago, considering the details of the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. Don't pretend like you're worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means that they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wake's, whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep them doing work. No, Diana, I'm looking out the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility, perhaps more than that. What is the point of succeeding if we're dead? I am a head of research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. Oh, that clearly didn't work. You can't forbid anything. You're not going to keep me from my most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed me more than I needed you. Official complaint. Hello, Dr. Marmot. I received your formal complaint about Jules' behavior. You claim he is maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says they have simply been misplaced. I understand you're frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so they can find the pages and turn them to your team. If this issue persists at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate this issue. Does that sound agreeable? Alright, well, at least we didn't have to puzzle out the thing, the password.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But There may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But, the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state.
Yeah, it's his fault.
The stress rating to compare against the art score.
Definitely not that you got him locked up. It's fine.
Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion.
Great.
Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jules lost his subject power. Need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
Yeah, you know, induce dark emotions, but, you know, don't leave him with sharp objects. That would be... Follow-up report. Redacted. In the morning of Redacted, the musician, held at the lake house for research purposes, was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference of an undetermined nature. Redacted, known professionally as Redacted, had produced a song called 60 Breaths, clearly this, during a time at the lake house that was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmot and Dr. Marmot. Redacted somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape? Efforts to find Redacted were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house's mandate of confidentiality. Action be taken. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff of the lake house were involved in the disappearance of Redacted. The investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used a song they created as a redacted means of escape. Excuse me. All material related to and produced by Redacted will be stored in the archive for future reference. Online checks for the public reappearance of Redacted are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with Redacted in the past, known addresses with periutility and AWE activity, Redacted, http://thishouseofdreams.blogspot.com/?n=1 Redacted Sirensociety.io Redacted. Well, I mean, obviously now I have to type in both of these. That absolutely leads to a blog with a series of, wow, with a good chunk series of poems on it. Oh, yeah, this is, there's a lot here, and clearly this is important. But this is a lot. The first post is under the house. A couple of guys came to do some plumbing work on Friday. They had to get under the house to do that and discovered there was a trapdoor that led to the crawl space underneath. It had been screwed shut and it had to be opened. After they were done, I decided to go down there to explore. Armed with a flashlight and my iPhone for shots, I squeezed myself through the trapdoor. It's cramped and claustrophobic. I'm amazed that the workmen were able to do any work down there. I was mentally prepared for rats and dead cats or even something worse, but there was nothing out of the ordinary there. Nothing out of the ordinary in the town of Ordinary. Pun intended. Oh. She's from Ordinary. Then there's like 13 shoebox poems. I'm really busy and stressed at work lately, but in spite of that, the shoebox and its contents are never far from my thoughts. You might say that I'm getting a bit obsessed about them. And this is literally the next post. It's dated 3/25/2012. But in spite of that, the shoebox, you might say that I'm getting a bit obsessed about them. I've been trying to find out who the poet is, or the couple in the photos, but no luck. I asked the daughter of the previous owner about it. Her mother is in a nursing home and suffers from advanced Alzheimer's, so she wouldn't be able to help me. She was certain that no one in her family was a poet, and she doubted if the people in the photos were anyone from her family. She told me that her mom liked to buy stuff from yard sales. Guess was that the shoebox was something her mom had picked up from one of those. Tried to find the shoebox after it went missing, can't find it. So glad I took photos of the poems before I lost them. The first post about the basement had 3 photos, but I don't see a shoebox in any of them. Presumably somewhere in the middle ground. The name is Samantha on the blog. Let's see. The poems, kept from sleep again last night by the sound of chimes. I sway, so far below heaven, so high above hell. Frost creeps up the trunk of my spine. All is blackness through these holes of my eyes. Just the wind in my skull and the wings of her crows. They perch on the gallows, they have pecked me clean, and made a chime for my bones. There's so many of them, mostly shorter than that. In this temple of shadow and mist, there's a window in the floor and a door in the ceiling. There's no knowing, am I standing still or running or kneeling? There's small handwritten notes from B to T with hearts. In this hall of mirrors built by liars, I'm a pale reflection of myself. There's a sketch of a man who maybe looks like Sam Lake, but not quite. It's a very sketchy sketch, not like a... There's so... Look, definitely people should, like, check the website out themselves. I'm just gonna try to scan it for... oh, okay, a lot of the posts are transcribings of the poems I was just reading are literal, like, photographs of, like, a piece of paper with typed. So I guess a lot of it is transcribing. Clearly the poems are of some importance, but, like, I'm gonna still see if there's anything besides that, instead of just reading all of them for right now. Shoebox dream number 2. I had another dream last night. When I woke up, a real scare. In the dream, I was visiting the previous owner of my house at the nursing home. Only in the dream, the owner wasn't a sweet old lady. He was a man, and he wasn't old. He was a young man with dark hair. Very good looking, in fact. I remember that he was wearing a funny jacket with old-fashioned elbow patches. I was there to find out about the shoebox, but he was very agitated and didn't listen to me. The place was brightly lit. It was sunny outside, but he was still very anxious and wanted me to turn all the lights on. He kept going on about the place being too dark. I remember being certain that all the lights were on already, but that didn't calm him down. In the end, he was screaming for me to turn the lights on. I was also starting to freak out, starting to think that something horrible was coming to take us away. That's when I woke up. I was really thirsty. I got up from bed and went to get a glass of water. In the hallway coming back, I suddenly saw a dark silhouette of a man outside the window. I must have screamed aloud. My heart stopped for a moment. I dropped the glass. Luckily it didn't break. It's one of my favorites. I was really frightened. I rushed through the house, turning on all the lights. My first impulse was to dial 911, but after a moment, that felt silly. I told myself that I must have imagined the whole thing, seeing my own reflection in the window. Of course, with all the lights on inside, I couldn't see anything outside anymore. I ended up calling a friend of mine, Joss, who lives nearby. Waking him up, he was kind enough to come over and check the place. Bless him. Joss is a real angel. There's no sign of anyone outside. Today I'm definitely going to buy some yard lights. I've been meaning to do that for some time already. If you click on Samantha's name, it just shows the blog, The House of Dreams, in their profile. Nothing else in their profile, no picture. No lights, no light. Been very busy at work and too exhausted to post here for a while, apart from the nightmare the other night, which I had to get off my chest immediately. It's still giving me the creeps. On a more positive note, the house is slowly starting to look really good, and I've been living here for a while. Here's a photo of my fireplace. Over the fireplace is some deer antlers. I got the yard lights, now I only need to get them installed. To be honest, I'm paying for time here. Writing this, not looking forward to going to bed. I was listening to the beautiful and brilliant Florence and the Machine earlier, and the song No Light, No Light made me think about the nightmare again. I know some Florence and the Machine, but I don't know that one. Next post. Called 911. Men outside. Shadows. Dark coming. Help me. More light. Cool. Post after that. Haunted house. I'm back and I'm okay. Well, not okay, but alive. They kept me in the hospital overnight for observation, and then I spent a couple of days at my parents' house. On the night of my previous post, sorry if it frightened anyone, I had trouble going to bed. I was on my laptop listening to music. The TV was on in the living room. I wasn't really watching it, but I was mildly amused by the fact that the episode in the crappy horror show that was on was about a girl who buys a haunted house and gets into trouble. It was a rerun of The Twilight Zone or something. It got ridiculous when the corny narrator started saying things like she thought she had bought an ordinary house in an ordinary town, but nothing could be more out of the ordinary than this house. I actually laughed aloud and walked to the living room to see it. It's like somebody was playing a practical joke on me. But then I immediately saw the men outside my window. Dark, shadowy silhouettes. And the power went out, and it was dark, and I could hear a window breaking in another room. I ran back to the kitchen where my laptop was, and I grabbed it. Rushed into the closet, shutting the door behind me. Sat on the floor and dialed 911. I could hear sounds of them breaking in, and insane shouts and laughter. Never been so scared in my life. I could hear them getting closer. I stopped talking into the phone so they wouldn't hear me. I wrote the blog post. I don't know what I was thinking. Then they were behind the door, and I got up, trying to keep it closed. It flew open violently, and I fell and hit my head. The last thing I saw in the glow of the laptop was the shoebox. It was sitting on the shelf. There was no way I could not have seen it before if it had been there since it went missing. Then all went black. I woke up in the hospital with a mild concussion. The police said that there was no sign of disturbance or break-ins other than what they themselves caused when they came in to check and found me. I don't know what to think. I've been very stressed at work, but I'm not going crazy, and I didn't just imagine it all. It really happened. One thing is certain. This is my house, and I won't be frightened away by ghosts or shadows. This is my house, and I will fight for it. That's what it takes, so there. I just checked. The shoebox is there on the shelf in the closet. There's stuff inside that wasn't there before. House guest. Next post. Soon after my last update, someone contacted me. They had found me through this blog. They said that they knew a lot about what's been going on, about the origin of the shoebox's contents, and that this kind of thing had happened before elsewhere. They promised to tell me more on the condition that I'd stopped updating the blog. They said that this whole thing should be kept secret and hinted that it could be dangerous, that there are people out there who think that the contents of the shoebox can be very valuable and would be willing to commit crimes to get a hold of them. In a way, it felt a lot like my nightmares about the agents who came asking about the shoebox. Of course, this was totally different in many ways, but still, they reminded me of that, like the dream had come true somehow. I promised to think about what they told me, and I have. And that's the reason why there have been no updates for a while. They were friendly enough, but the more I thought about it, the more the whole thing felt like a threat. And that really pisses me off. It's a free country, and I can write about anything I want on my own blog. And the shoebox and everything in it that came with this house, and thus it's mine. I've decided to keep updating the blog for now. It's posted inside the shoebox. When I found the shoebox again, there were more poems inside, and a battered old device. A switch of some kind. I actually had to go and ask about it in the local hardware store to be sure that that's what it was. It's an old light switch. When you flick it, there's a solid, satisfying click. When I flicked it the first time after finding it, all the lights in the house went on. I swear I'm not making this up. It turned out to be the whole neighborhood, actually. And the real reason for the power out turned out to be the thunderstorm rumbling above. We'll talk about a coincidence of a lifetime. I flicked the switch many times after that, nothing strange has happened. Can't explain where this new stuff came from. Someone broke into my house and put it there. That makes no sense. It has a picture of not a light switch like we're used to. It looks like a big metal contraption. More poems. I'm not going to read through all of them because I would be here forever just on the website. Poem 13, 14, 15, poem 16. This one seems relevant. Inside this shoebox we killed for, there is, we don't know what. Neat stacks of $100 bills, jewels like stars, the dreams of those who slept in this town. The dream of this town. When we open it, the dreamer will wake, and we, all part of his dream, will be gone. Our wishes come true. The power to punch a hole into the universe. Inside this shoebox we killed for, there is a coffee thermos, a flashlight, a box of ammo, 2 pages of poems, countless words, with a parentheses L in it, countless words, worlds. Inside the shoebox we killed for, there is no cat, poisoned or otherwise, dead or living, undead, uncat, baleful spirits, all the evils of the world, no hope, nothing, darkness. So, yeah, that seems relevant. 17, 18, the title page, Return by question mark? No, as said, this is not a poem, more like the title page for something. The name of the author has been thoroughly and violently scratched out. Written above the title, Campbell's Monomyth. Departure, or 1, departure, 2, initiation, 3, return. And then the final one of the site, which has the most recent date of July 29th, 2012. Diving deep. I had another strange dream, very different from the previous ones. This was not a nightmare, quite the contrary. The diver from the photos appeared to me. He looked nothing like in the photos, but it was the same man. He was the poet who had written the poems as well. In the dream, he floated in the air above me in the bedroom, as if we were underwater. He was wearing a strange, heavy diving suit, almost like a spacesuit, and he was shining with a bright light. He told me things that in the dream made perfect sense, but now, not so much. I made a habit of keeping a notebook and a pen by my nightstand so that I can write down my dreams as soon as I wake up. But even then, I feel that I missed or misunderstood a lot of what he told me, already beginning to forget it while I was writing it down. Also, when I read through my own notes, some of them make no sense, but afterward, and still now, I feel shaken by the powerful emotions I felt in the dream. I'll try to explain the dream as well as I can. The diver told me that a dark presence had taken over his girlfriend, the woman in the photos. He tried everything he could think of to banish it from her, but everything had failed. In the end, he finally understood what he had to do, finally understood the true nature of the dark place that was hidden under the waves of the lake where they lived. The lake was an opening to dark place that was much bigger than the lake itself. In fact, much bigger than the whole universe we live in. He wrote one last poem, his masterpiece, a secret poem, a hidden poem, a poem that's not among the poems I found in the shoebox. Oh, so those were all Tom Zane's poems. Okay. And he took his girlfriend for one last dive. Together they sank down into the depths, far deeper than he had ever dived before. In the dream, I was there, diving with them, and from the depths something or some things surged up to meet them. Things of darkness, but bright things of light as well. The diver explained that these things, or these presences, were forever fighting a war between the forces of light and darkness. A dark presence had taken over his girlfriend, and a bright presence now came to take over him. And he surrendered his body to it, but at the same time the essence of who he was kept diving deeper, ever deeper, holding the essence of his girlfriend, their spirits, their souls. The diver, or what was left of him, his true self, spoke the words of his secret poem. The poem described a new world, an island in the sea of darkness, a safe haven, a paradise, a baby universe. The nature of their dark place was such that anything dreamed up there, any dream or work of art, would come true, just as true as anything in our world can be. The poem came true, and the essence of the diver and the essence of his girlfriend escaped from the darkness and disappeared into this new world to live there, happily ever after, while their shapes, his now taken over by a bright presence, and his girlfriend's had been taken over by a dark presence, surged up through the opening in the lake to our world to continue the battle there. So he kind of saved their souls, but like clearly dark presence and light presence still happening. When I woke up, I felt overwhelmingly happy and privileged of having been shown this. I've never been so moved by a dream and didn't think it could even be possible. Even though I've forgotten many details, the feeling remains, a feeling of hope. I know that something amazing is coming, that something wonderful is going to happen, and at the same time I know that when it does, it will be something totally different from what I'm expecting, something I could never have imagined. And I know it might take a long time before it does happen, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be here waiting. Geez, that's all just the first address. Let's see if... Siren Society.io. Siren Society. It's got this creepy logo that's moving. You found your way here. Welcome. How did we reach you? Found your way here. Oh, it's got a sign up. Name, email, phone number. That I can do later. By submitting this form, you see information. Hey, Resnora. Sorry, I was distracted by real-world internet stuff in the game, so I had to go check that out. I'm going to have to check that later and see. Also, thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? Welcome to Viperland in the chat, to you and the raiders. We are playing through the DLC of Alan Wake 2. If you have not played Alan Wake 2, there is a distinct possibility. So far, this is tangential to the main story. However, it could very well spoil a bunch of stuff from Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is a really good game, so if you have plans on playing it, this is your warning that I'm going to continue. And there might be spoilers ahead. There's definitely spoilers for the DLC. There might be spoilers for the main game. Who knows? DLC just came out Tuesday, but I finally got a chance to play it tonight. How did your stream go? Hopefully well. Yeah. Okay, so that was all the info we found here. Jeez, I got very distracted by that post. Did we read this one? The Definition of Art, a Study by Dr. Diana Marmot. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts that fall under the name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing, Wake in 2010. Cinematography is also suspected, though not directly confirmed, Zane, 1970. What about other mediums? We need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on, not to mention the myriad of genres of methods within each medium. And what about crafts outside of the most common artistic expressions? Does any act of creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc.? What about non-physical mediums? Why is music an art and philosophy is not? Does something become art due to its medium, its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression? Or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Clearly, there is much to determine. We must begin with developing methodology using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental. Then find a way to test their potential connection to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma with many layers to pull away if we are to understand it and ultimately bring it under control. The work will take years. Yeah, thinking they could control any part of this was the first mistake, and then continuing mistakes. I think we've had everything in here. That's the way we came in. So I guess this is how we leave. Potentially. Not sure how promising that is, though. No. Where is the exit? Maybe there's something else in here we missed? I thought I checked everything, but, you know. We read those, Read that one. Read that. Checked the computer. Nope, sorry. It was just mail. Still says there's a point of interest here, so there's something I didn't do or did wrong. Sounded like there's something in the background of the song for a second.
Deep breath, deep breath.
Played this, right? Yeah, I played that.
Clock stopped, and another shoe was dropped. What a mess, Deep breath. 6 deep breaths, forget all the rest.
What are we missing?
The lake house was underwater.
I went over that.
The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized.
Goals. Get to the experiment sub-level 5, get keycard access to the elevator, investigate lake house. Definitely missing something obvious here.
Just like that, just like that. I've arrived.
Did I?
2023.
Yeah, no, I definitely listened to that one. I don't think there's anything I can do with the music. Like, we can hear it, obviously. It's hard not to, but, like... Read that. It's the nature of art. Something up I didn't see? There's a ton of stuff in here, but I've checked it. I'm missing something. Potentially, probably obvious. Saw the complaints, we saw the archived emails, letter from Darling, we saw the password. No doors to open from here. It's a screen, but that doesn't seem involved in anything.
Slow, gotta take it slow, 'cause that's the fastest way that I know. Deep breaths, 6 deep breaths till the fear subsides. 6 deep breaths till the mind. 6 deep
I like the song, but
outside, and just like that, I've arrived. I feel like I'm floating. I'm finding words everywhere.
definitely missed something. Maybe if I close the... I have no idea. This is really grasping. Closing the doors. I don't think going back that way is going to solve anything. Okay, so I can close the doors. I don't think it matters, but like, it's doable. Oh, we have a switch. Oh. Cool. Well, found what I needed to do at least. Mystery solved. Oh.
I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both.
Because bad things would happen?
It's the same
and
thing
did?
in principle.
Yeah. This place got to them.
Lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details.
Well, there's the elevator I
anywhere.
need.
That bastard is hiding them.
Okay.
All those
Well,
years, he steals credit from my...
maybe now we can actually make it down to the basement 5. Two to 5. What do we got? 19, 1, 13. Plus, it's loaded. No healing. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
This guy didn't have a good time in here.
1, 2, 3.
Sublevel 5.
Oh. I actually made it to sub-level 5. Well. Threshold experimentation. Ah, well, that's what he painted. Yeah, not great.
The Marmonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold.
Okay, you don't want to do that.
It was forced. It was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
Good, yeah, that's a good plan. I imagine there'll be, yeah, things trying to stop us. Maybe if they fight each other instead, we can hit the switch. Oh. Oh. I don't know what they thought was going to happen when they opened the Dark Place threshold. Like... But you know... They thought they could control it. Alright, well... She can be flashlighted. And shotgunned. Okay, good. Ah! I don't have any healing, so that's going to be a real problem. Uh-oh. Well, I thought she was going 3. I don't want to get hit by those. Not really sure what we're supposed to do about her up there. Oh crap! Oh, we only have 1 ammo for those guys. That's not great. We have 1 shot. So this guy dies. But then we have no healing. Okay.
Threshold's about to fracture.
Should I be shooting the threshold instead? We might end up having to redo this. Also, this is my last shotgun shell. And we're almost out of pistol rounds, too. Jeez. Alright, that cut that close. There was probably some ammo around if I had looked better. Yeah, we gotta shut down the thing. Like, really bad.
Do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid weight he could never wash away!
The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
The pain, it was all over him!
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls.
Oh.
She
Wow.
watched her team detain Alan Wake and Ilmo Koski, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen.
Oh.
The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
Oh, hey. Glad he got out.
After the Threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases
Presumably, they never got his girlfriend, wife.
are easier.
They just captured him.
This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmots were monsters way before the Shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
You know, for science. And presumably that's the last of, Now we wait for any news on Remedy. Not Remedy. Remedy is the company. Control 2. Also, is this song gonna be...
We wrote so many
No.
things, wrote them for you and me. We're here standing on a precipice. We are ready to take a leap, but that only comes after. For this was the end scene. This was the end of an era. This was the sum of my body of work. When I'll be long gone, you can hold this together, and you can take it or leave it. Everything that comes after, and we'll always have this. All these moments that led us here, all this joy and these heartaches, they're woven into our very fabric. No one can take that away from us.
I feel like this is a slightly more personal song. Quite possibly penned by Sam Lake. Or literally pick anyone that's been on the team long enough. This is also not a singer that's appeared on this soundtrack before, at least not for this game specifically. I don't know all of the Remedy games. It almost sounds like Alice Wake's actress. But I'm not sure. I also don't know if she can sing. It might not be, but like...
I choose to look back and see you've come so far. Yes, we had it all, and if nothing comes after, if the signal's lost along the way, we had a good run. Gave birth to this universe. You can never come back here to this ledge to remember. To pretend it all ended here. To raise a toast on this sunken shore. And if there ever comes more, you can still choose to say your goodbyes. So dream of more at your will. I'm just a memory that has moved on. And no one can take that away from us.
So Remedy, they're not acquired by another company, but they are heavily partnering with another company now. They were independent beforehand, and now they're very heavily partnered with another company, which is allowing them to have money and do further projects, including a confirmed Remedy 2. They want to make a Remedy, or Control 2, and they want to make a Control and Alan Wake TV show. All the talk of like, you know, maybe take or leave what comes after this. Who knows? Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't, but this point in time, you can always come back to this. If you don't like the stuff later, you know, pretend it ended here. If you like the stuff later, love it. I don't know. It's one of those things of, since I know a small amount of the real world of what's happening to that company, a small amount. And, you know, anybody writing a song, a very clearly meta song about an end of an era, they never thought this game was going to get made. Like, when Quantum Break came out, they straight up were like, Alan Wake, the IP is not selling well enough. We can't do Alan Wake 2. Sorry. Clearly, historically ended up wrong.
Deep press, deep press.
Complete the Lake House. There was something I didn't get then.
Clock stopped, and another shoe was dropped.
Now, I wonder who sung that final song. This sounds like one of the vocalists who had done a song earlier in the soundtrack. Yeah, Alan Wake and Casper Darling. Same. Creative director Sam Lake.
I
really want to see abstract art portraits and mantra paintings. Cool.
Cause that's the fastest way that I know. Deep press. 60 breaths till the pain subsides. 60
I didn't expect voice and performance director. Okay, I didn't expect 2 new songs for a piece of DLC.
And just like that, I've arrived. I feel like I'm floating on air. I'm finding roads everywhere. I feel like I'm floating on air. The nightmare can't have my dream. I feel like I'm floating
I might have passed
on
it.
air. I'm finding roads everywhere. I feel like
Produced by PoE. Don't know who they are. Engineered, music, musicians, drum programming, vocal. Oh, the vocalist is PoE. Sorry, there you go. I think she did something else on the soundtrack. Hold on a second. Give me a moment. Spotify. Yep, they are definitely an artist for sure. Yes, they did specifically the one that always looped around when it was the end of an Alan Wake chapter. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. Okay, cool. Lyrics Sam Lake for End of an Era. Yeah, I kind of figured that one. Amelia Jones, is she? Let's see. Hold on. Google again. There's more than one Amelia Jones. There's one that works at a news network. Don't think it's that one. Cross-genre singer. Probably that one. Let me check. Okay. I thought it sounded like Alice Wake's actress. It's not. That's Christina Cole. That's Amelia Jones. She does a great job. Loving the song. I thought I made a connection that wasn't there. Lyrics by Sam Lake was given, honestly, considering the content of that. I like that in other languages. Presumably it's because people had already localized, Control. But I like that Alan Wake and Casper are still the same. Not for all of them. Not for all of them, but for some of them. They keep the same voice actor. Thank you to everyone who helped us by playing the game. Hell yeah. Game really good. I played it a lot. Oops, sorry, hold on.
I gotta let go of everything that I've ever known. Deep press, slow, gotta take it slow, cause that's the fastest way that I know.
Alright, well, that's the complete Alan Wake 2. Oh, one thing that they did add that I didn't show. You do get to have his classic outfit now. They added that in this update. So, cool. You get the classic Alan Wake outfit if you want it. But yeah, that's all of Alan Wake 2. Both DLCs. And I guess now they work on their next game. And I personally anxiously await. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. Glad I could make it through all of that reading without my throat giving out. Definitely shows that I am feeling better, which is great. I like being healthy. Yay. Big shout out to Resnora for the raid, obviously. Thank you. Much appreciated. Hope your stream went great. And hope you're having a good ass time. Also, belated happy birthday. I meant to leave it on your Facebook post. I saw that and realized I missed it. I don't check Facebook every day, so I miss stuff like that. And I feel bad. I gotta leave it on your Facebook post. Because I think you're long gone from here. Hopefully you're resting and sleeping and, you know, whatever anybody would do post-stream. Like, I'm gonna go have some food. We also have a monster echo de Discord. And cool. Let's see who we could raid tonight. If we're gonna end early, there's only an hour left. I don't think it's there. You go. I don't think it's really worth, you know, swapping to another game. There's nobody going right now. I guess my brother streamed for a bit and then stopped. That's fine. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. This has been Viper, so Viperland. I am off tomorrow because I'm playing cards. It's the Friday Night Magic Halloween event. Saturday, I will be back. We'll be playing Deadly Premonition. Sunday, we're going to round 1, but I should be back in time to stream. On the off chance I'm not, I'll let people know, but it'll probably still be Deadly Premonition. As much reading as this was, I don't know if I have the throat to do a full... I don't think I can justify starting... I really want to start Great Ace Attorney 2. I really do. It'll probably have to be after October, though. I really want to also finish Deadly Premonition 2. We only got an hour in. So, yeah. And the next week, Tuesday, Friday, should be... Oh, dang. I might have to skip a card. We're going to have... I am going to stream as much of that demo as I can, but they've placed it at really weird times. Like, it goes live at 8 p.m. Pacific time on Monday. So I could start streaming it at 11 p.m. Pacific time Monday for an hour. Tuesday's good. I'm good for Tuesday. And I think it ends... I gotta check the times, but I'm gonna stream as much of it as I can, but making it time limited is restrictive. And as somebody who both works and does things outside of stream, I might not be able to stream it as much as I'd like to. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll stream early some days. Maybe if I can't stream Friday night because there's cards, I'll stream before cards. I don't know. That's a future Viper problem. Either way, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for watching. This has been Viper, it's Viperland, and I'll see you all next time. Glad to be back. I legit always hate taking longer breaks when it's not my decision. There are some times where, like, I need to sit out a few days for, you know, brain being too loud, emotions, mental health, whatever. But when I'm forced out because of, like, my throat hurts and my nose won't stop going, I hate that. I like streaming. I like being here.